Hello students, welcome to today's class. Chapter 2, Compound Interest. We know that interest is said to be simple if it is calculated on the original principal throughout the loan period, irrespective of length of the period for which it is borrowed. The formula for simple interest is P into R into T by 100 and the amount will be equal to P plus I. And compound interest is interest which has become due at the end of certain fixed period, maybe 1 year, half year, or as given in the question, is not paid to the money lender but is added to the sum lent. The amount thus obtained becomes the principal for the next period. This process is repeated until the amount of the last period is found. It is very much clear for us that when the interest is compounded yearly, the principal changes every year. In the same way, when the interest is compounded half yearly, the principal increases every 6 months. The period after which the principal changes is called the conversion period. Keeping these terms in mind, we have already solved the problems of exercise 2A and 2B with many different types of adjustment. The next topic what we have to learn in today's class is some of the applications of compound interest and the other results obtained with compound interest. Make a note in your classworks, children. On the same sum at the same rate of interest, if it is compounded yearly, we know that compound interest of second year is always more than the compound interest of first year. You can clarify this statement with any of the problems what you have solved. Compound interest for second year is always more than the compound interest of first year. In the same way, compound interest of third year will be more than compound interest of second year, and so on. One point was very much clear for us when we compared simple interest and compound interest. In all the cases, the compound interest is more than simple interest. Why? Because the principal amount changes year to year. So the second point now what we have to know here is the compound interest on the same sum at the same rate of interest. If it is compounded yearly, then the compound interest of second year is always more than first year, and compound interest of third year is always more than compound interest of second year, and so on. Now let us go to the next topic, that is the difference between the compound interest of any two consecutive conversion periods. That means to say, if the compound interest is calculated for 2 years, then compound interest of second year and compound interest of first year, they are called as compound interest for two consecutive conversion period. Let us consider an example. If 800 and 850 are the compound interest for two consecutive years. 800 and 850 is the compound interest for two consecutive years. It may be first and second year, or second and third year, or third and fourth year, however it is. But it is the compound interest of two consecutive years. Then if I calculate the difference between these two compound interest, 850 minus 800, that is equal to rupees 50. So rupees 50, what is this rupees 50? This rupees 50 is the interest of 1 year on rupees 800. I hope this point is clear for you, children. Let me repeat. Consider an example that compound interest for two consecutive years is rupees 700 and 750 respectively. the number of years is not mentioned. It is said as consecutive. It can be first and second year, second and third year, third and fourth year, and so on. If you calculate the difference between these two compound interest, the difference what we are going to obtain, that is 850 minus 800, that 50 is the interest for 1 year. If my consecutive years is first and second year, then the interest for the first year will be equal to rupees 50 on sum of rupees 800. In the same way, if I calculate the difference between the amounts of two consecutive conversion period, then the difference what I am going to obtain is also the interest on the principal amount for one conversion period. So keeping these two in mind, let me simplify, children. Difference between the compound interest of two consecutive is the interest for 1 year. In the same way, difference between the amounts of for two consecutive years is also the interest of 1 year. Keeping these 2 points in mind, let us solve some problems of exercise 2C. Question number 1. A sum is invested at compound interest, compounded yearly. If the interest for 2 years be rupees 5,700 and rupees 7,410, calculate the compound interest. As just now we have discussed, the question remains the same. That is, compound interest for 2 successive continuous consecutive years are given. We need to find the rate of interest. Make a note in your classworks, children. In this problem, interest for 2 consecutive years is given. We need to calculate the rate of interest. So, how to proceed with such type of problems? At the first step, we have to find out the difference between the compound interest for 2 successive years. That is 7,410 minus 5,700, that is equal to 1,710. Then rate of interest will be calculated by using the formula difference, that is 1,710 into 100 by compound interest of preceding year. That means to say, you just imagine, last year compound interest is 5,700 and this year compound interest is 7,400. As we have calculated the difference, preceding year is 5,000, interest on preceding year is 5,700 into term. Term is 1 year. We have calculated the conversion. We have taken interest of 1 year. So as soon as you calculate the difference between the 2 consecutive interest of 2 consecutive periods, the difference what you are going to obtain is the interest. That is 1,710 is the interest. So how to calculate the rate of interest? Interest rate of percentage, that is difference into 100 by compound interest of preceding year into T. After simplification, its rate of interest is 30%. This formula is completely based on I is equal to PTR over 100. The formula is the application formula, how it is used in the other way. With these points, it is very much clear that for a sum of rupees, if the rate of interest is 30%, then the compound interest for the first year is equal to 5,700. And the second year compound interest is 7,410. I hope you have understood this, children. Keep a note of this problem. This problem is solved on the basis of compound interest for 2 consecutive years. The method to be followed is find the difference, then apply the formula rate of percent is equal to difference into 100 by compound interest of preceding year into T. Question number 2. A certain sum of money is put at compound interest compounded half yearly. That half yearly is very much important. If the interest for 2 successive half years are rupees 650 and rupees 760.50, find the rate of interest. Question number 1 and question number 2 is completely similar. The major difference is in question number 1, the compound interest was compounded yearly. Now in question number 2, the compound interest is compounded half yearly. In this problem also, compound interest for 2 consecutive years is given. What is the step to be followed? First, we need to find the difference between these 2 compound interest. Let us calculate the difference. Rupees 760.50 minus rupees 650, that is equal to rupees 110.50. What is the formula? Rate of percentage is equal to difference into 100 by compound interest of preceding year into T. So in this case, difference means that is the interest for 1 year. I have mentioned it as difference, children. Why? Because in the first step we have calculated the difference. So what is the difference? You can just note down. Difference is nothing but the interest for 1 year. After simplification, rate of interest will be equal to 34%. Just observe the calculation. Difference is 110.50 into 100 whole divided by compound interest is rupees 650 and the term is half year. So in the next step, that 1 by 2 is written as 2 by 1. After simplification, rate of interest will be equal to 34%. So we have solved the problems on the first point, that is how to calculate the rate of interest when the compound interest of 2 consecutive years are given. So only 2 steps. In the first step, we have to calculate the difference in the interest of 2 consecutive periods. The difference what you are going to obtain is the interest for 1 year. Apply the formula rate of percentage is equal to difference, that is interest for 1 year into 100 by compound interest of preceding year into T. Question number 3. A certain sum amounts to rupees 5,292 in 2 years and rupees 5,556.60 in 3 years. Interest being compounded annually, find the rate of interest and the original sum. So this problem is based on the amount of 2 consecutive conversion periods. First 2 problems, it was the problem on the compound interest for 2 consecutive conversion period. Here it is the problem between the amounts of any 2 conversion periods. In both the cases, the first step is same. In first and second problem, we calculated the difference between the 2 compound interests for the successive years. Here also, let us calculate the difference between the amounts for these 2 consecutive conversion period. The difference will be 5,556.60 minus rupees 5,292. So the interest what is obtained, the difference what is obtained is 264.60. This is the interest for 1 year. So in the first case also, in the second case also, we are calculating the difference between either the compound interest or the amount. In both the cases, the value obtained after calculating the difference is nothing but the interest for 1 year. Now, how to calculate the rate of interest? The formula differs. Rate of interest is 100 into interest. Interest is nothing but the difference what we have calculated. Whole divided by P into T. Here the principal is the amount which has to be considered the amount of the first year. First year means among the given two, which is first, that is the least amount has to be taken into consideration. Why? Because 5,292 is the principal amount. For this principal amount, at certain rate of interest, the compound interest is calculated, and after the compound interest is calculated, the amount leads to rupees 5,556. So 5,556.60 is the amount obtained on the principal of rupees 5,292. That process is very much familiar for us. If I want to calculate the compound interest for third year, then I need to know what is the amount of second year. So here when we are calculating the principal is nothing but the amount of first year among the given two. What is the first amount, or in other way you can keep in the mind among the given two amount which is the least, that is the amount of principal to be considered for calculating rate of interest. So rate of interest is 5%. The second sub question is, we need to find the original sum. Sum is not given, so we have to find out. So apply the same method what we used to do in the previous exercises. Let us consider the sum as rupees 100. Rate of interest is 5%, which is calculated in step 1, and the term is 1 year. The interest will be equal to rupees 5 and the amount will be equal to rupees 105. Consider this rupees 105 as the principal for second year, and at the end of second year the amount leads to rupees 110.5. Now let us compare with the given data. If the amount is rupees 110.5, that is amount in 2 years, the principal is 100. If the amount is rupees 5,292, what is the principal amount? So how to calculate? Just apply the same method and find the principal. The principal will be equal to rupees 4,800. Hence the original sum is 4,800. Question number 4. The compound interest calculated yearly on a certain sum of money for the second year is rupees 1,089, and for the third year it is 1,197.90. Calculate the rate of interest and the sum of money. After reading this question, it is very much clear that the compound interest is given for 2 consecutive years. Compound interest for second year is 1,089. Compound interest of third year is 1,197.90. How to proceed? First step, we have to find out the difference between these two given interest. The difference will be equal to rupees 108.90. 108.90 is the interest or the difference which is calculated with the given interest in the question. The rate of interest will be calculated by using the formula 100 into interest by, that is 1,089 is the compound interest for the first year, into 1. Then the 1 is the term which is given compounded annually. The rate of interest will be equal to 10%. Let us consider the principal as 100, rate of interest 10%, then amount will be equal to 110. In the second year, let us calculate the principal as 110 and the amount and the interest will lead to rupees 11. In this case, we are not calculating the amount. Why? Because in the question we know the interest of second year. we don't know what is the amount. But in problem number 3, we calculated the amount because question was based on the amount. Question number 4 is based on interest. So let me stop the problem by this. Calculating the compound interest for second year is ₹11 based on the assumption principal is ₹100. Now start comparing. If the compound interest for the second year is ₹11, then the principal is ₹100. If the compound interest is ₹1089, then what would be the principal? Principal will be equal to ₹9,900. Question number 5. Mohit invests ₹8,000 for 3 years at a certain rate of interest, compounded annually. At the end of 1 year, it amounts to ₹9,440. Calculate the rate of interest per annum, the amount at the end of the second year, the interest accrued in the third year. In this problem also, the amount for 2 successive consecutive years is given. 8,000 is the amount at the beginning. At the end of the year, the amount leads to 9,440. So the difference will be the interest for 1 year, that is 1,440. Apply the same formula and calculate the rate of interest. Rate of interest will be equal to ₹18%. The major difference which you have to note down in this problem here is, it is not said that 8,000 is the amount of 1 year, but it is said that 8,000 is invested. After 1 year, the amount leads to ₹9,440. So the difference is nothing but the compound interest. Now we need to find the amount at the end of second year. So consider the rate of interest as 18% and the principal as ₹9,440. Calculate the interest and the amount at the end of second year. Consider the amount at the end of second year, that is ₹11,139.20 as the principal for the third year, and the rate of interest is 18%. Hence the compound interest will be equal to ₹2,005.056. Hence, by this we have completed the first 5 problems of the exercise. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.